trying to make me cry in front of everybody, man?
Yeah, that's the point.
One word of advice. Buy TV, don't spend it on Hooker.
Super Russ. I'm the last character on my Justice League team with these four babes. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 41 of It's Simply Super. This is the Deluxe edition at no extra charge to you.
That's right. People are probably wondering what we're going to be doing today.
I have no idea.
I got an icebreaker. It's okay.
But it's
I've got an
free.
icebreaker, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
I think these episodes are better when we just, as I said, shoot the
Yeah, I
shit.
think so, man.
But sometimes we don't end up talking about comic books. Sometimes we've become like food community channels. Russ learns a lot. Last week you learned a lot.
Yeah. I got educated in a few things.
Snuffs and fluffs. Yeah. Oh, Old Wolf. What's going on, mate?
What's up, Old Wolf?
Sharon, what's going on? I still need to. I've got Russ. I've got your package ready. I'm going to send it to you. And then I think Sharon, I better work because Rena won my 1,000 subscriber giveaway.
Oh, yeah?
And that was a long time ago. And I still have it sitting here. So, but it's because I want to send them, I want to send them a few other things besides just the prize winnings. So, but man, when you get my package, Russ, it is content for you, my friend.
Nice.
You can make 2 videos out of it. You could just show you what I got you, and there's something else in there where you can make an entire video on its own. Just saying.
It doesn't have anything to do with last week's subject, does it?
No.
Okay.
I think I gave you a hint. I basically, I'll tell you now. I opened up your package last night, and I threw in some Tim Tams, a packet of Tim Tams for you. But I also wrote instructions on how to do a Tim Tam slam, which is a specific way of eating the Tim Tam, which you don't do to the whole pack. But I figured you could do a video where you show the the package, and then you could do a separate video doing the Tim Tam slam.
Yeah. Well, maybe I could try that. Maybe I could try that live on an episode of Simply Super.
Or you could do that. Or I just thought it'd be a good idea to do the American tries Tim Tam slam for the first time kind of video. You know, they sometimes do okay. What else is going on in the chat? Troy, what's going on, mate?
What's up, Troy?
Oh,
it's actually perfect timing for Sharon to pop in here. Her birthday happens to be tomorrow, I believe.
Oh, okay. In other words, it's today here. Why didn't I get a notification? Yeah. I always send Sharon the happy birthday like the day before because I get the Facebook notification.
I believe it's on the 29th.
Okay. Very good. And congrats to Cade for hitting 1,500. I look forward to him. Don't look forward to him no longer being around after eating the chip. I've watched a couple of the.
That's going to be brutal, man. That one chip.
I watched a couple of those. I literally watched one last night. The one chip challenge videos. I like spicy food, but I'm scared of that chip.
I am too, man. I've seen people do it. Like when I was thinking about doing it, I watched some videos and I was just like, nah, I'm not going to do that.
But in saying that, I mean, look, if me and you both watch Cade do it, I mean, if Cade can do it and we can't, come on, man.
I can't.
Come on, man.
I'm not too proud to say I can't do it, man.
Come on, Cade. Show us how it's done, and then we've got to man up.
Cade can happily show me up on the one chip challenge, and I will still bow out.
I've been avoiding that thing for so long because I was like, oh, that's a good video idea. But I'm like, I'm so scared of it. Like, it's so scary. Yeah. Last night, a video came up on my feed saying, one chip challenge gone wrong, and I was like, oh no, I gotta watch this. And the guy was like rubbing it in his eyes and stuff. He's like, ah. So
You definitely can't do that, man. I've seen a lot of people wear gloves when they eat it, so they don't get
Yes,
the
that's probably a good idea. That's
yeah,
probably a
take
good
the
idea
chance
because I
of
think
getting any in their eyes or
because
anything.
you don't realize, you don't really feel, I don't think, the burn on your finger, but then you get sweaty, you put your hands in
Yeah.
your face, and
All of a sudden
all
your
over.
eyeball falls out.
yeah. So I look forward to that video. I'm also scared of snot. I find a lot of people when they eat things that hot. I mean, I've eaten things that are stupid spicy, so I'm wondering if it's just on the same level as that, or if it's beyond. Because from the
I don't
videos
know,
I've
'cause
seen,
I've heard people say. I heard one guy say that he knew where the chip was the entire time it was in his body as it was passing through. So
yeah.
I think it's something you're very much aware of.
Yes.
So congratulations on 1,500, Kate, and good luck in your future endeavors.
How about you've already reached 1,500, haven't you, Russ?
Yeah.
2,000 subscribers for Super Russ. The one chip challenge. It's on me.
No.
I'll buy it, send it to him.
No.
Or how much money can we get in Russ's PayPal for him to eat the one? That's what we'll do. I'll buy him the chip. I'll send it to him, and we'll see how much money we can raise for Super Russ for him to eat that chip.
For the one chip challenge, I would at least have to have $1,000, man.
$1,000. We'll try
I'm
to
setting
get
the bar
that.
high.
$1,000 for Russ to
Yes.
eat the chip. And
I
then
wanna
after
make
that,
it
he will no longer be with us.
If I'm gonna do it, I want enough to buy an Xbox Series X and a PlayStation 5.
Why didn't he both?
It'll be worth it if I have to eat the chip. I need some kind of consolation.
Mate, $1,000 is not going to be enough to cover your funeral, all right? So, speaking of PS5s, they're back in stock at or they briefly were. They sold out pretty quickly, but I've been playing some game lately on the PS5.
Yeah.
So I've been playing Star Wars Fallen Order. Is that what it's called? I don't know, some Star Wars games. It's pretty
I think
good.
that's the name of it.
It's like Star Wars and Uncharted almost.
Yeah,
There's
I've
a lot
heard
of,
that was a great game.
It's very cool. So I got stuck on it very quickly though. Like on the third night I played it. Like I only been playing it for like an hour at a time and things. On the third night I got stuck. I was like, how can I be stuck so early in a game? And then I literally had to watch YouTube videos. And even after the YouTube videos, like I still couldn't do it. I literally spent one entire sitting, only about 45 minutes, trying to do it, and I couldn't do it. So I didn't play it for like a couple of weeks. And then the other night I was like, you know what? I can do this. I used to play games. What are you talking about? So I gave it a crack and I did it on my third attempt. And then I realized I didn't even need to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I realized that's not
side quest or something.
Well, there's this one part that I couldn't do, and I did that. But then the next part to it, which I watched in people's videos, I don't think you can do until later on when you've built up your stats. So the entire time I was wasting my time trying to do this thing. It's just that, yeah, because then I found this other video where it's like, oh, you're supposed to go out here and then do this. And I was like, oh, to progress. So just drop him in a hole.
I get stuck on games like that all the time, man. Like the simplest puzzle sometimes will like trip me up for like an hour or more.
Yeah, right. That's annoying, which is why I'm scared. I've been playing it because I want to get to a point where I'm actually decent at it, which I'm getting better at it, so I can start game streaming again.
Oh yeah.
So my plan is to do one game stream on my YouTube to promote. I'm coming back Twitch. Not that anyone cares, but just in case someone does, I'll do a game stream on YouTube, and then after that, I'll move back to Twitch and see how that goes.
That should be pretty good, man. Because you were starting to do really well on Twitch for a while, weren't you? I remember when you was playing. What was that game with A Way Out? Was that the name of it?
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
cool. You sat there and watched for like 3 hours or something like that.
That was a cool game, man. I like the concept of having to have two people to be able to
Yeah.
beat the game.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the play. Because I think I'm on 47 followers on Twitch, and I think all you need is 50. So much
Yeah.
easier. You need 50 followers. I think it's 50 followers. I think you need to have played at least 8 hours in the month. Which again, if you're gaming constantly, then it's
Yeah,
not too
it
bad.
shouldn't be. Some people do that in
And
one
then
day, man. Yeah.
you need an average of 3 viewers. Which again, when I was doing it, my average was over 3. So, which is good because that's why I say, like, when you do your game streams, the reason I reckon Twitch is better is because more randoms, like, you know what I mean? Like when you do your gaming, Russ, people aren't necessarily tuning into your channel to watch you play games. You know what I mean? So, you have a couple of your diehards, like, I'll tune in sometimes and be like, watch you play a bit of a game. But I feel like with Twitch, people are there to watch that.
Yeah.
That's what they're
The
there
whole
for.
platform on Twitch was centered around gaming.
Yeah.
I like how the
So,
YouTube chat is just plotting my death.
What's going on, Tricks?
What's up, Tricks? I didn't see you pop in, man.
It'll be cool, man. It'll be like the Death of Superman, but the Death of Super Russ.
Yeah. We need to I'll have to hire 4 actors to replace me on my YouTube channel and call it the Reign of 9,000.
Yeah, there'll be all these different Super Russes.
Yeah.
That'll be so funny. That'll be good.
That would be cool to set up, man.
What games are you playing at the moment?
Oh man, I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey again. They recently put that on Game Pass, and they did a sale on their season pass. So for the first time, I'm playing like I think I got it for like $12 or something for the season pass, and that came with the remastered Assassin's Creed 3 and like 6 DLC episodes. So I'm playing a ton of new content on it for like the first time, and the game's been out since like 2018.
That's what I thought was crazy about not that I play GTA anymore, but GTA used to be my jam when I used to be gaming all the time. And the fact that that game's so old now and they're still releasing content online for free. It's all free.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Did you?
That's how you do
Speaking of GTA, man, did you see the leaked footage for GTA 6?
I did not. But
apparently
they've
been working on it for like
10
5 years or more.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be like a surprise release, but the footage got leaked. And it looks really great, man.
Yeah, I'll definitely checking that out. See, Russ, well, there's so many ideas.
When did that happen?
So many ideas out there for you, Russ.
I've never heard of that before. Fart in a jar. What?
Yeah, that's I haven't heard of that either, but that's hilarious. There's some girl who sold her dirty bathwater. I think she was a Twitch person. She sold her dirty bathwater, and people were like, buying it.
Good Lord, man! People are insane.
I'm telling you, Russ, the money's out there. You just need to get it.
I could definitely use some now, man.
Offers.
I got like $26 left, and somehow I have to make that last until the 3rd of next month.
4 days, eh?
Yeah.
Belle Delphine. That's probably her. I love how Sharon knows that.
It amazes me what people will buy. And it could just be like I could walk outside and get put a jar in like a puddle of water in the middle of the road and tell somebody it's bath water and sell it for $1,000. What the crap is wrong with people, man?
Okay, an Instagram model sold her own bath water for $30 a jar. It's sold out in 3 days. The 19-year-old sold around 500 units. So what's 500 times 30? Well, 500 is 1,500 times 10. Am I correct? It's like 150 grand or something like that. Am I correct? I could be
God,
wrong. My math's
I've
bad.
never even seen that much money in my entire life.
Well, mate, like I said, we've given you all the steps to do so. Your feet are unique, Russ.
Man,
It's there for the taking, mate. We're just saying. But back to Twitch. I think you should try it because, like I said, the last stream I did, I was streaming Spider-Man, and at one point I had like 20 something people watching me, and I was like,
yeah.
who is watching me right now? And it would have been just randoms that were watching me. What's up, Jeff?
Oh, what's up?
So yeah, I don't know, Russ. The opportunities are out there. You just need to hustle.
Yeah.
So bath water, fart water, whatever you want to do.
It's madness, man.
I was going to ask you, right? My icebreaker today was actually going to be about something that I tried last night because you have trouble sleeping, right?
Yeah.
But eat some what's
But
broccoli do? Does broccoli make you fart? Is that what she's saying?
I don't know. I have never eaten enough of it in my lifetime to know.
Broccoli smells like farts. Like if you cook some broccoli and then put it in the fridge, the next day it kind of smells like farts. Anyway, today's topics are interesting. So yeah, you have a lot of trouble sleeping, yeah?
Yeah, but I mean that's mostly probably because of the coffee and the video game. So
Okay. But do you ever try anything to try to make yourself sleep easily, like fall asleep better?
well,
Easier?
I find it easier if I like just turn everything off. I put my fan on high and point it directly at my face, and I'm usually
You put
like
what on,
out
sorry?
in no time. I just turn all the lights off, get it as pitch dark as I can get it, and turn the fan on high and put it directly in my face,
The
and just
fan.
it helps me drift off. But that's kind of hard to do in the wintertime because you like wake up freezing.
You're turning into a fucking snowman.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's because of the sound of the fan, Russ.
It could be,
So
or it could just have something to do with like the air hitting your face.
what I'm
It's
getting
just
at is
relaxing.
last night I was on Instagram and an ad popped up and it was an app and it was like, this sound will make you fall asleep in 6 minutes. And it was talking about green noise. And I was like, well, that was green noise. So I looked into I didn't download the app, but I just clicked on it to see what it was about. And it has all these different sounds to help you fall asleep. But I was interested in this green noise, right? So I was like, I ain't paying for this app. Well, it's free,
Is that
but
just the sound of somebody recycling?
well, there's more jokes to come. So I just went to YouTube and I was like, green noise. And then there was like 12-hour videos that were coming up. And I was like, whoa, I don't want my iPad's just going to die if I put it on for 12 hours. So I was like, all right, I'll try this green noise. And then I asked Sarah, I was like, have you heard a green noise? And she goes, my favorite is brown noise. And I was like, does that just sound like farts?
Yeah.
Mate, today's episode is out of control. But no, it doesn't sound like farts. But anyway, I did the green noise. I think I did it for about 20 minutes. And I didn't fall asleep in 6 minutes. I was still there. I was still there after 20 minutes. And then I played brown noise. So what was it? The green noise sounds almost like it reminded me of almost like not a fan, but almost maybe like a plane. The sound of a plane, like when you're on a plane and you're in. Have you been on a plane, Russ?
No, I never have.
Okay, So it's got this kind of like a engine fan kind of noise. That's what it reminded me of. And then brown noise was slightly different, but it was just interesting. It was just interesting things I'd never knew. Because apparently what I read was the green noise is supposed to be able to cancel out brain chatter, which didn't work. At one point it was, and then I started talking to myself. I was like, is that what you mean? You're blocking that out? Could you not? But things you could try, mate. Brown noise, green noise.
I've heard of white noise, but I mean, that's just like static, right?
I believe so.
Who is Adam Levine?
Adam Levine. Is that the thing that people keep posting about, oh my God, that body or something like that?
I'm not
I've been
sure.
seeing a whole bunch of people posting. I think it's that where I'm guessing someone sent him a selfie and he was like, oh my God, that body or something like that. And then people keep doing a meme where they insert themselves as the photo. Is that what you're talking about, Sharon? I saw a lot of cosplayers doing it. Like they'll put a photo. Adam Levine is the singer of Maroon 5.
Oh, yeah. I know Maroon 5, but I didn't know anybody's name in it. I'm terrible at like keeping up with anything like that. News, celebrities, and like
Memes.
I know the music and I know the bands, but I don't like know nobody's names hardly.
There you go. There's a song, Pun Perfector.
He got put on blast for DMing Instagram models. What's up, Rob?
And then everyone was there was a screenshot of his text messages or something, and everyone was screenshotting themselves into it. Talking about her butt. Well, that's what you can do when you're famous.
Yeah, I imagine celebrities do that all the time. They just half of them probably don't get caught.
These days, it's actually Sarah was telling me about. I don't know who they are, but the Try Guys or something like that. And she was saying that one of the guys in that group, I think they're YouTubers or something, got into a lot of heat yesterday because apparently he's known for all he does is talk about his wife, and then apparently he cheated on his wife, and now he's been like cancelled pretty much.
I never understood people that did stuff like that, man. Like if you're in a marriage or a relationship or anything, and you two like aren't working out or getting along, like go your separate ways instead of cheating on each other first. That's crazy.
You just make the phone call beforehand and say, "Hey, sorry, bye," and then
at least have the decency to go to the other person instead of, or try to work out the problems or separate instead of just cheating and thinking you're not going to get caught, man. It's crazy.
Wait, are you talking about this thing that I'm talking about now, Sharon? Is that what or you're still talking about Adam Levine? He wanted to name his unborn kid Summer after his girlfriend. Oh,
that's another level of messed up. Name your kid after your girlfriend instead of when you're already married to somebody else, man.
I know what you do with it. It's funny, Sharon. Do you know all this because you follow it, or is it because of the kids? It's like I know so much more about what's going on in the world because Sarah knows what's the current trends, I guess you would say.
I leave it up to the Instagram group chat to keep me informed because I don't follow anything, man.
I know what you did with Summer. Is a good name for a movie. Old Wolf is doing his 24-hour stream. He scheduled it today for January.
Man, that's planning ahead, man.
Yeah, I know, man. That's like
I don't know what I'm doing 3 hours from now, much less.
I know. I do my scheduling the night before.
Yeah,
just because
I
you know
do too,
why?
most of the time.
Because people will go on YouTube and see it. Because you know what I hate about the scheduling thing is that it only shows up on the day you schedule it. So if you don't hit that notify me or whatever, then you're gonna miss it.
Yeah. Unless you got like the notification bell turned on to all notifications or something.
Because sometimes I see, I don't know why, I'm not used to hitting the notify me button. So sometimes I'll see videos come up that are scheduled that from channels that I'm sub to, and then I forget to watch it, or because I never know because it's scheduled so far in advance.
I think the most I've ever scheduled something is like 3 days ahead of time, but it's usually the night before.
Yeah, I do it the night before just so people see it and they'll say, "Oh, that's on in 8 hours. I'll be there."
Yeah.
That's my theory anyway. Because I have no idea how to do a 24-hour show. All you gotta do is be there, old wolf.
Yeah.
All you have to do. Yeah, I'm gonna do one of those too. So like I said, as I start approaching my 4,000 hours, I will do a 24-hour stream. And again, I probably will do the charity thing because I feel like everyone who's done one does that. So I need to look into it a little bit, I guess. But I would like to do that too.
Feel free to make your charity the Super Rus Foundation.
How dare you? Because I am currently, I dropped again. See, I keep my hours now are like my subs. They just keep going up and down. So I went over 3,500 hours and then I dropped below. And now I went above again, but I keep going up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's because I haven't been releasing as much content. For the last couple of months, I literally have kind of gotten to a point where I guess you could say I'm out of ideas. So I used to release a video every 2 days and I used to always have videos backed up and ready to go, like just in the bank. And now I never have videos in the bank. But I really need to do more live streams. Live streams, I think, help the most. As far like after we did the stream the other day, Russ, which was a great stream, by the way. It's simply sus.
Yeah.
My hours had a decent jump. So
I know mine fell back under this 1,982.
Because you were over 2,000, right?
Yeah, I was getting close to 2,400. And then it just started losing big chunks every day.
Wait. Yeah. Yes, I know. Yes, exactly, Sharon. So we figured out like recently, because I got up to 3,576 was the highest I got. And then it dropped below 3,500. And I was like, how did it drop so massively? And it was because we figured Sarah went back and looked 12 months ago. It was around the time when I moved out. So I remember I did like the last stream at my old house. And then I did 2 housewarming streams. I don't know if you remember that, where I had people there, my first streams at this house, and they obviously had big hours involved. So, and obviously with you, Russ, obviously you not making as many videos or whatever it be, it's always going to affect you.
Yeah. I needed that break though, man.
Yeah, and that's fair, mate. Like, I don't think you should like I said, I mean, what once I hit monetization, I'm going to make 10 cents every 2 months.
I know. Yeah.
Like, whatever.
It's not like I think the videos have to get like thousands of views to make any real money.
Basically my plan is once I actually hit, I am trying to focus to get to it just so I can tick that box and then have the monetization. But then I'm actually going to probably slow down and I really want to put more effort into my videos because, man, I used to put so much more effort into my videos. My earlier videos that when no one was watching, when Sharon was watching, I used to put so much more effort. You are Sharon. You remember those old videos, Sharon? I had like my old little gang of characters I played and things like that. It's been so long since I did all that. So
I think the most effort I've put in is those origin stories and games, retro games. And that burned me out pretty quick, man. Because I was watching, like, spending all night editing, and some of them just got like 19, 20 views, and then it just stopped. And I'm just like, man. And then I'll put out like a normal comic book video and it gets 40 to 50 views that took me 5 minutes to edit.
Yeah,
And the stuff I was staying up all night editing is getting nothing. And I'm just like, man, that's
yeah, and that's how I
discouraging.
I think that's how I got lazy, because I started getting views from just sitting in this chair showing you comic books. And I think that's the thing,
It's-
like a lot of people will tune into your stuff for I noticed a lot of channels where when they first started out, they were getting heaps of views, right? And as time's gone on, they've kind of changed it up a little bit where as an example, let's say people are doing a mystery box. Let's say that's what they start off doing. They're doing mystery boxes and people are always watching. That's what people like to watch. And as soon as they start wanting to do their own sort of thing and do videos that are a little bit more away from just opening a mystery box, those things will go down. Like all those views will go down and things like that. So
it takes so long to build an audience for something. If a channel starts doing something new, like it would probably take me a year or more of doing these videos to build an audience for them.
and that's why I stopped doing my MMA videos, because in the beginning I was like, I just want to do whatever I want on my channel, which I still do, but I feel like the MMA videos were it's such a niche category or genre that it kind of really has to be a channel of its own, which I've considered doing those videos again, but starting a separate channel just for that. But as far as like, comic books and then just doing like something random, like, I don't know, making food or something like that. Like, I feel like that's because anyone can watch that, but not anyone can just watch an MMA video because they don't know what the hell you're talking about, or do they care? So, but when you're just doing comic books, that's cool, but everyone can relate to you doing a half-ass cooking video. Or doing a vlog about your day or something like that. I feel like anyone can relate to that, but I feel like the MMA videos were so niche that it has to be its own thing on a different channel. My all-time favorite summer video is the Christmas one. Yeah, that was a good video. Apparently it set some emotions in the Life for Two YouTubers household. Apparently Cade was a fan of that video too. What's going on, Over Easy?
What's up,
Over Easy is a superstar on Twitch now. You should watch his Twitch. He's hilarious.
I need to, man. I need to re-download the Twitch app. I ain't had it on my phone for a while.
What's going on, Nick? Over
What's
Easy
up, Nick?
started doing Twitch, and I jumped over there. I haven't watched it for a little bit now, but the first few streams he was doing, like the first time, right? He was just talking about, I think, what he wanted to do on Twitch, right? So I tune in and he rips a bong and I'm like, what the hell am I watching here? And he's talking about how he's going to do exercise videos and stuff like that. So I saw him do like working out videos. And then one night I tuned in and Over Easy Mode is playing an emulator of one of the old THQ SmackDown games.
Oh,
and
yeah?
it was like all the nostalgia. Because remember, I told you that was my life back in my 20s.
Those games
All
were
I
awesome,
did
man.
was do what Over Easy Mode did. Smoke bongs and play wrestling games. That's all I did. And he was playing the Royal Rumble as well, which was like my favorite game mode. So it was it was good times. Over Easy is very good on Twitch. Not as good as Amaranth, but he's up there.
I'm gonna have to re-download the app and check it out sometime.
Yeah, man. Because I'm telling you, I'm planning on making my Twitch comeback. I just need to. I've SmackDown versus Raw was the one he was playing. What's going on, Matt's body?
All right, take it easy,
Bye,
Sharon.
Sharon.
And once again, happy early birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday for tomorrow. Today here. You're older here than you are over there.
What's up, Matt Spotty?
SmackDown versus Raw. That was so good. It was just hilarious seeing him play that. I was like, what the hell? How the hell? And he was playing it on an emulator. So have you gone back and actually got any of the retro sort of or like the older games on your Xbox?
No, I've played a few that were on Game Pass, but they don't really have like a ton of like most of the stuff that I like remember playing. They don't really have on there. Like I don't know if you remember the Skate games. They had Skate 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
They've got Skate and Skate 3, but they don't have Skate 2, and that was my favorite one in the series.
I remember one of the early
It's
skates
like
you
so
couldn't
many
get off the
games they
board.
like miss one.
I think it was the first skate you couldn't get off the skateboard, which was kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And then I think the second or third one you could actually get off the board, so you could actually walk around for a second and then jump onto the board, which was so much better. I downloaded the Warriors, the PS2 Warriors on my PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah.
And that was what I played. Was one of my first Twitch streams I did. Was I played that Warriors game. So, yeah, because I'm spewing. They did the on PlayStation Plus. You know, they get the free games. They had the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 for free, and I didn't download it. I'm spewing.
Oh man, I bought that game last year I think for like $20.
They did the remaster, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember
That's
Tony.
like really fun, man. It was, but I only played it for like a couple hours, and then I just never touched it.
Yeah, I remember. Well, I think I've discussed this with you, and I think you said you didn't do this back in the PlayStation 1 days. Did you get your PlayStation chipped?
No,
So you could play.
I never did back then.
Yeah, like that was the thing to do here. So
I didn't even know that was a thing back then.
Yeah, so for PlayStation 1, there were people who they'd call it chipping your PlayStation, and there were different ways to do it. Play burnt games and stuff. So people would chip your PlayStation for you, and then you could buy games from them, burnt CDs or whatever it was, and they would charge you like $5 a game. So you would literally pay these guys to chip your thing, and then you'd order these games from them, and they would deliver you the games, and they would come with like a spindle of discs, and just.
That's pretty cool.
Have all these games. So back then, you'd have like on the PlayStation 1, I would have had like 100 games, and you kind of just like put one in after the other and play it for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm not into it. And then you go into the next one until you find the classics like Driver. Do you remember Driver?
Oh man, that game was awesome.
We were just talking about that at work the other day, man. And my friend was showing me all these YouTube videos about the crazy crashes and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I remember that game. I never really played the game. Me and my friends used to play survival mode. And it was just like how long you could survive from the cops trying to wreck your car. And man, so much greatness in that game.
Was it the first or the second Driver where they had like they create a level stage?
I don't think
It might have been the second one.
Yeah, it might have been. It was so long ago, man. I can barely remember, but I just remember that survival mode. We would just sit there all night playing that, me and my mates, and seeing how sometimes you'd literally last like 10 seconds, and the game would be over.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was insane. Sorry, over easy. I haven't actually tried my capture card on my new Mac. Because I did buy a new MacBook, and I haven't actually tried my capture card because that's what put me off Twitch. I wanted my setup to look good like all the other Twitch people, but my capture card didn't work on my Mac, even though it's supposed to.
What's up, Jackson?
Yeah, Old Wolf. The cops were relentless in that Driver game, and like as soon as they hit you, as soon as the car bumps, they just go flying. And I remember you drive over like a hill, and your car would just like there'd be like no gravity. And your car just starts flying through the air. What a good game.
Man, I miss those days, man.
Yeah. It's weird, though, to think. You know what it is? A lot of people show you the graphics from those PlayStation 1 games and show you how terrible they are. I have a feeling it's if you plug in a PlayStation 1, for example, into one of today's televisions, it's going to look crap because I think today's tellies, when you use like AV cables, they're red, white, and yellow.
Yeah.
It stretches the image to fit the screen sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
And that's what distorts the picture. I think it was Comic Man Andy. He was doing a bunch of these videos on Instagram where he would start playing an old PlayStation 1 game, but he's got it plugged into an old CRT tube telly. It's a nice one too, like a widescreen tube telly, and it looks mint on those tellies.
Yeah.
I mean, not mint, not like today's games, but you know what I mean.
Like it's
It doesn't
supposed to
look as
look, yeah.
bad as some of the images you see on Google for those old games.
See, a lot of people get like, especially now, like the new generation of gamers, it's all about the graphics. But if the gameplay sucks, it can look super pretty, but it's not fun to play.
Yeah, but there's a lot of games now where there's barely any gameplay.
Yeah.
Like you think about what The Quarry, that game that I played recently, or what's that
Yeah,
one that you
that whole
what's the
like
other-
series, like I think it started with Heavy Rain. Then they had Beyond Two Souls. They had Quantum
Until
Break,
Dawn, is it?
Detroit Become Human, and they're all just like these interactive movies instead of games.
Yeah. So in some ways it's good because anyone can play it, but there's
The
not a lot
story,
of
I like
gaming.
the story in those though. I like having multiple options where it actually changes the outcome of the game.
Yeah, that was
Some
cool.
characters can die, some can live, and the game still keeps going.
The first time I actually saw that was when you were playing, is it Until Dawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you playing that, and then one of your characters dies, and then the story just kept going. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah,
It's
just keep
crazy. Like
going.
I think that game had something like 12 different endings because
Yeah.
every single character in the game can die or everyone can survive, and every ending from every choice is like affected. So
Yeah,
I love
so-
games like that where it's really story heavy, and even though it's light on the gameplay, the story still keeps you intrigued and like
Yeah, so
wanting to see all the different endings and stuff.
The Quarry was the one that me and Sarah played recently, and it was good.
Yeah,
But
I still
I
need
was
to
so
play that one.
upset when one of the characters, like my favorite character from it, I killed him good, and I didn't.
Yeah,
Like there was a moment because you know sometimes the gameplay, like you'll be watching like the cinematic, and all of a sudden it'll go into the gameplay, right? And you don't even realize because you're just like sitting there watching this thing. So like I was kind of sitting there watching the thing, and all of a sudden I had about 5 seconds to react to shoot this thing. I didn't realize I was just kind of staring at the screen, and then this thing killed me. I was like, "Oh crap!"
it
I
goes
didn't
from
realize we were
cutscene to
playing.
gameplay so smooth.
Most game trailers just recycle games this way.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. A friend of mine actually used to work for THQ when it was in Australia. So he's a game developer. So he did a couple of games. What did he do? It was on PlayStation 2. I think there was SpongeBob SquarePants Lights, Cameras, Pants. I think that was like a movie maker game with SpongeBob. So I think he was the main developer for that. So he's like the main director of the game of how it should be. And he also did Megamind, which I think was a Pixar movie. He did the game for that. But he used to say to me that the companies, they don't care about making the game good. Because he was always like, we should do this, we should do that. But then like the people that I guess above him, just like, nah. He's like, all they care about is getting the game out on the date.
yeah,
They don't care if it's good or not, is what he was saying.
yeah.
So when THQ closed down in Australia, he ended up getting a job with Ninja Theory, who's in the UK. So he moved to the UK, and Ninja Theory made some of the Devil May Cry games.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and I can't remember the
That's
last
cool.
game he worked on. The last game he worked on, I saw it at what's that big game expo thing where they reveal all the games.
E3.
Yeah. He had a game there as well that was I can't remember what it was called, but it looked kind of cool too. It was like a multiplayer kill each other game.
Yeah.
Great terminology.
I know that's a huge problem with games today, man. They just release it completely broken, and it takes months and several different patches to get the game going. So
Yeah, it's
by the
like
time,
Cyberpunk.
especially with Cyberpunk and the Call of Duty games, they release them every year, and it usually takes half a year or a little more to get the game playing like it should be playing, and then the next game is coming out, and you're going to
So
wait 6-7 months on it to work properly.
When games get delayed, like Gotham Knights, it's probably a good thing, right?
Yeah, shows they're actually taking the time and like trying to fix the bugs and stuff.
Yes,
Too many games get rushed now, just to try to meet that release date, and they're completely unplayable at day one.
Thing that sucks about Gotham Knights is I think it's only 2-player.
Yeah,
So my dream of having 4 people playing online is gone. And obviously, I'm obviously going to play it with Sarah probably now, but it's also only online multiplayer. I don't think you can play on the same console, so it's going to be interesting.
that's I don't know why they do stuff like that, man. That's crazy.
She's
And
like, "How are
having
we going?"
like the 4 characters to choose from, it seems like it would have been a full 4-character multiplayer.
You would think.
It just seems like a missed opportunity.
I've been playing Valorant. What's that?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of that one.
Man, my phone. Oh man, so I'm getting a new phone today. Hopefully, I'm buying like an old iPhone 13 Pro off someone at work.
Yeah.
And last night I broke the screen on my current phone. So
Oh man.
good timing. I've never broken I broke a screen once, but that's because I threw the phone at the wall. But ever since then, I've never broken a screen. And last night, I didn't even know what happened. I literally looked at my phone. I was like, "Why is the screen broken?" And then I remembered there was a point where I turned my computer chair and I got caught on the cord of the phone. It was on charge. So when the phone went down, I didn't notice at the time. So Valorant, a 5 versus 5 character-based tactical. That sounds kind of similar to the type of game that my mate was creating. It was like a team battle sort of game. I don't know the games, but my son is down to his PS4 patch, and yeah, that's another crazy thing. Every time you get a new game and you're so pumped to play it, you get home and then it's like a 4-hour download to update.
Because it has like a 30 gigabyte day one patch or something.
Yeah, I think the craziest one was Red Dead Redemption. I think the last Red Dead had like a 30 gig update or something like that. I was about to say, no, he was playing SmackDown, but there's boobage in that. There's boobage in SmackDown games.
Especially the early ones, man. I think it was Here Comes the Pain that introduced the bra and panties match to
yeah,
consoles.
That's so funny, man. How funny is that they actually did bra and panties in those games? Those games are some of the greatest of all time. I actually didn't include any of those in that video game video that I did ages ago. But maybe I mentioned it. I'm not sure. But dude, those SmackDown games were my life for a long time.
Man,
Even when I
to get like a computer that could do the
emulator. Yeah,
a computer
that's
that
what
emulator. Yeah,
that's what Over Easy was doing. He was using an emulator. But yeah, even when I stopped being into wrestling, I still played the wrestling games because they were just so fun.
I've been playing them every single year since Warzone came out on the PS1.
But do you do the character creation? Like, do you create Super Russ 9000?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best, right? You can't beat it. I always would like depending on the game, obviously a lot of the games, you know how you play the career and you build up your stats. I would never create myself first. I'd always have to create like a guinea pig character. So I'd always create a friend first, so I could see how the game is, because the first character is never going to be your best character, you know? So yeah, I would never create myself first. I would always create myself like second or third once I sort of got the game down. Genshin Impact is the game. Never heard of it. Genshin Impact. Is your kid's a bit of a anime? Your son a bit of an anime fan? Genshin Impact is like a big thing amongst cosplayers and anime people.
I don't think I've heard of that one either.
Yeah, I've interviewed some cosplayers from Genshin, and I never understand what the hell they're talking about when they tell me things. And I'm like, "Who's this character?" And they'll tell me, I'm like, "Nah, I don't know." But then Sarah will be like, "It's Genshin." It's like, I don't know what that is. Genshin Impact. What's the other one? Sarah plays Persona 5, which is like a big anime looking game.
That's a big game. Yeah. I never played it, but I remember it had a bunch of hype when it was first coming out.
He's starting to be anime guy. Hashtag anime guy. I'm getting there and trying. I read a couple of mangas recently, but mostly like the ones I was reading was like a Star Wars one, which is not really. It's like a fake manga. It even reads like the normal way. It reads the proper way, not the manga way, the backwards way. But I read this. This is this was one of my favorite animes back in the day, because I don't watch a lot of anime, and the animes I do watch, I like sort of like funny ones. I don't necessarily like the serious ones, but this was like the most ridiculous show like back in the day I used to watch. And it's really funny because I remember after the first season I was like, this show's for girls, isn't it? Because it's about high school and like boys and girls liking each other and stuff like that. But just some of the characters in it were just so funny, man. Like one of my favorite characters of all time is in this book. So Sarah bought I actually had this a long time ago. I bought the manga, but I never read it. And then more recently, I was like, I want to read it, and I couldn't find it. So I don't know if I've thrown it out or lost it. And then Sarah found one on, I think, Facebook and bought it for me. So I started reading that, and yeah, it's interesting. It's very hard to read because it's so much smaller. Like some of the text in it is so hard to read. But yeah, it's actually a lot easier to read.
Is My Hero Academia still going with new episodes?
Yeah. The new season starts in a few weeks. Season 6, I think.
Oh wow! I haven't watched it since season 3, man. So I'm way behind.
They're the best 3 seasons in my mind. So what happened was season 4. I've watched them all, but I took a big break, and then I watched season 4, and I kind of had lost interest a bit because they just keep introducing so many characters, right? And then I watched season 5, and season 5 again, I was kind of bored of it, but then towards the end, they started this story arc, which was kind of cool about the villains. In fact, I think the episodes were called My Villain Academia or something like that. But yeah, like I'll still watch it because obviously Sarah loves it and stuff. But dude, there's this one character. There's like a comic. I think his name's Comic Book Man or something. It's so ridiculous because every time they introduce a new character, they will like highlight them and what they do and stuff like that. This comic book character is so ridiculous. I wish I could show you the thing.
As soon as you said that, I just pictured the character from The Simpsons.
No, so he's actually like meant to be like so what he can do is like he can say something and a speech bubble comes out of him, and then he can use the words as weapons. Like he'll throw them at you and things. That's
wild, man.
Oh, dude, it is so funny. As soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, if that character ever comes out as a pop, I need that one. But there's so many characters, man. Like now, it's out of control. But yeah, because me, I'm always one of those guys who likes the original. So, like, my favorite character is probably like no one would say this, but my favorite character is probably just Deku because he's like the main character. Like it's about him trying to be the best hero he can be. Obviously I like other characters too, but everyone always like anime fans always have their favorite characters be one of the side characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one ever picks the original.
I like Deku. For some reason, I don't know. I just gravitated toward Todoroki. I always thought he was cool.
Well, Todoroki was the reason I got into the show because of someone told me that I had the same hair as him. So I was like, I'll check the show out. And then that's literally how it started. Fell in love with it. One Piece. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Wait. I don't know. So Sarah started reading One Piece, and One Piece is like known to be epically long. So I think she read over 1,000 chapters. I don't know how many books that is though. There's a lot of chapters in the book. Like I've heard Fairy Tail is pretty good. Should I be worried? No, that's okay, man. Look, manga is just another form of comic books, right? I know a lot of people.
Pretty much, yeah.
Not many people.
I know. For a long time, the comic collector, he was really into a series called Hunter x Hunter, I think was the name of it. And he had like all their mangas, I think.
You're talking about Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big One Piece fan as well. He's a big One Piece fan.
I've never seen
Um,
One Piece or Hunter x Hunter or anything really outside of Dragon Ball and My Hero. I should
there's
probably
103
expand and
volumes.
see if there's other stuff that I like.
Yeah, for people who like One Piece, they got to come visit Melbourne because we've got One Piece Cafe. It's awesome.
Yeah.
There's 101 volumes of One Piece, plus still more coming out. Thousands. Yeah. So she
Wow.
read 1,000. So she read. Did you read them all, Sarah? She read the whole 103 volumes in like, I don't know, 2 months maybe. How long? 2.5 months. 103 volumes she read.
I don't think I've read that much in my entire lifetime.
Well, I was going to say, in the meantime, I read about 3 issues of comic books.
Yeah. It's don't have anything to do with anime, but I've been thinking about picking up the Walking Dead Compendium book 1
Yeah.
because I've read the 2 shorter volumes, and I can't find I've seen books 6 and 7 and 8, but I can't find books 3, 4, and 5 anywhere. So I was just thinking about just shelling out money and getting the compendium because I got really into the first 2 volumes when I read it. I enjoyed the comic a lot more than the show.
I've got like, I think like an omnibus of it or something. I've got like a really thick one that my friend lent me. I haven't read
Yeah.
it. He lent it to me like
Oh, it's
years
really
ago.
good, man.
Yeah, I
If you
should
get
give
some
it.
time, read a few chapters, man. It's really good.
Yeah.
It
No,
drew
yeah,
me
it
right
is on
in.
the. I'd made that video with the 2 Aussie Zero shits where I said, I don't care about Walking Dead, and I threw the book across the room. My friend hasn't seen that video, thank God. What did manga is taking over? Comics are dying.
I think new comics might be dying. Because I don't know, man. Indie comics, I think, are doing better than Marvel and DC right now.
Oh yeah, dude, man. Like
That seems to
I'm
be like the biggest like thing in comics right now.
I'm getting closer and closer to just like, I don't know, man. I get so many comic books now. I got so much to read that like I'm good. Like I can stop right now and I've got enough to read forever.
What's up,
What's up,
Gray
Gray
Man?
Man? And prices keep going. Like Mark has to raise his prices again because
Oh yeah.
The dollar is really bad at the moment, and the amount that he pays on shipping is So we went to a couple of shops yesterday after Big City, and we were having a chat to one of the owners at one of them, and they were saying the postage when they buy books, order books for the store, is $4 per book.
That's pretty
So
crazy,
when
man.
you think about how many books a comic shop is going to buy, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. I know I actually went to the comic book shop for the first time in a while. And I was just looking to pick up the Action Comics 1 facsimile and the Detective Comics facsimile. And he said
Mhm.
he don't order anything anymore that people don't pre-order. So
Yeah,
his
well,
shelves were like really sparse, man. Hardly
that's
nothing.
similar. So Mark is the same. So Mark orders very thin for his shelf.
Yeah.
Only if it's like a popular title, like he'll order Batman for the shelf, and maybe like action and things like that. But for most books, unless it's a first issue, he'll have he'll order for his pre-order or his standing order customers, and then he'll have maybe 1 to 3 copies for the shelf. Unless it's a popular title.
Yeah.
But these days there's not that many of them either.
I know just about the only thing like on the shelves was just like older variant covers where he had just marked them up so high and they wasn't selling.
Well, that's the thing. So Mark, he said as of October, which is just a couple of days away, he has to mark his books up by another $1.
Yeah.
And that's a big jump because that's the 3rd time I think he's marked up his books since COVID. Because Mark used to be actually the cheapest here, which is surprising considering he's pretty much probably the smallest comic shop we have here. his prices were cheaper than everyone. And he releases new releases on the day of release. Well, everyone in the morning of release. Well, everyone else released new releases late in the afternoon. So yeah, but now he's probably going to become one of the more expensive shops. Which, to be honest, a store like him, I feel like should be, because like he doesn't have the he's smaller than every other store. So, and he's doing it all on his own. He doesn't have anyone to help him. He's literally running the whole shop. He has Jonah who helps him out from time to time, but he's pretty much running the whole store by himself. So,
what's up, Gore?
Superhero comics, on the other hand, aren't attracting young readers. Yeah, it's because, man, some of the superhero stuff I read now, I'm just like, what is this crap? Like, it doesn't, like, a lot of this, like the ongoing titles, some of them are just, what is this? That's why I feel like the writers who do the miniseries and stuff, the stories are a lot more engaging than the ongoing stuff.
Old Wolf.
Anyway, mate, we got to the hour. We did it again for the 41st time in a row, is it?
Yeah, this was episode 41.
That's right.
What's up, God Tank?
Just in time for God Tank to miss it. Hello, God Tank.
Focusing on Silver Age and some gold.
Yeah, well, people keep telling me, like my collector friends, like, Zars84 and stuff, they'll be like, if you stop buying all these modern books, every week you could buy your key books that you want so bad. I'm like, but can I? It's like, it's kind of weird,
guess
right?
It depends on the key and the price.
Exactly. Like, you think about, like, I picked up X amount of books this week, or I could just buy one book or even half a book for some of these key issues.
Yeah, it's like I stopped buying new books back in December to try to save up to get some of the books on the want list, and I haven't been able to get any because unexpected bills and different things and everything going up. So it's like, of course, I was only buying maybe $20 a month in new comics, so it's not like I was going to be able to save a lot by stopping.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, mate. Maybe we should wrap it up. I've got a package to pick up from the post office from Matilda.
Oh, nice.
Matilda Gothica's package finally came. Can't believe it.
I know, that took a while, man.
I lost faith. I was like, it's not coming. There's no way it's coming. And then yesterday,
hopefully it's like together, not destroyed.
Yeah, it's been months. It's been months and months and months. So, and this is the second time. So the first time, I think after 5 months, the package showed back up at her doorstep.
Yeah.
And now I think it's getting close to 3 months, I think, since she sent it. So
that always sucks when that happens, especially when you're like, when the shipping cost is insane and then it just comes back to you and you have to pay to ship it out again.
The webcam that I sent to Grey Man, it came back to my doorstep on his birthday.
Oh, man.
So, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Nice one. All right. Anything you got coming up, mate?
No, not really, man. I just been like posting whenever I had something to post lately. I am going to get back on the retro game stuff and the superhero origins again, but it's going to be at least another week or so because I'm just kind of like taking it easy right now.
Cool. I got tagged by you in that Alex Big Blue thing, so I'll probably could do that at some point. I don't know when. I've got a collectible show and tell coming up this week. I actually confirmed my guests who are taking their time getting back to me. And yes, that's it. Oh, hopefully once I get my package from Matilda, I'll probably film that to show off my first ever Matilda Gothica art. So it'll be good.
That'd be cool to see.
All right, mate. Do you want to wrap it?
For anybody that happens to watch on the replay that's new, Simon's channel link is the first one in the description as always. And I guess I'll see you guys next week for something.
But it's simply something. Thanks for watching, everyone.
99 from 9,000 since Gray Man is here.
Says.